Hello and welcome to the Champion Mindset. I'm coming to you live from Talanta Institute Studios. Talanta Institute is at Ambank House in the CBD. And what's very interesting, other than the fact that we have a lot of new studios, that is TV studios, radio studio, music studios, and even the white screen for those guys who are looking to shoot music videos and do a lot of other creative work. Green screen as well. But that's not why I'm here today. I'm here to talk about how do you make your talent work for you, which is the biggest question, or the question that we get a lot. Most of the times on our inbox and messages and comment sections, the biggest question is either I'm a singer, how can you guys help me? I'm a rapper, I'm an acrobat, and so many other things. And there's no doubt that in Kenya we have some of the most talented people, and more so those who are here at Talanta Institute. But those who are here at Talanta Institute are here to take it up even a notch higher, because they are here in training on various programs that are currently enrolling. Unfortunately for this year, we have closed the intake for the academic programs, that is the certificate and diploma programs. And at the same time, we've only left the short courses, because you can still do short skill and artisan training that will allow you to freshen your skills. However, all is not lost for the academics, for the academic programs, because the January intake enrollment has already started, which means if you want to book your spot for the January semester, this is ideally the time to do so. And all you have to do to book your spot is just pay the registration fee. The tuition fee is something you can stagger and spread all along. But if you wait for too long, the classes might be full by November or early December. So if you're thinking about joining us in January for any of the academic programs, this is the time to start talking to us. But then if you want to start the short programs right about now, this would be the time to do that. But then there are those who are not looking to do academic programs, and that is why I'm here. There are those who have perhaps for one reason or the other already done an academic program elsewhere. But then again, if you do an academic program at Talanta, you might not even need to enroll for what I'm talking about, because it goes hand in hand. But if you didn't have a chance to do your academic program for developing your talent at Talanta Institute, or you have self-taught. We have so many people who self-teach themselves or refine these skills. You'll find so many guitarists who tell you they are self-taught, pianists, and all the likes, and musicians even when it comes to vocals, even producers, which is very impressive. And for such people, I applaud them, because they already have what it takes to win in this industry and to be successful. But talent is one very key ingredient or component that you need to be successful. Unfortunately, it's not the only thing. And it actually doesn't even account to the biggest percentage, because it's not the best talent that wins, but it's the talent or the skill that is put to most work that actually wins and becomes successful. I mean, do you even need any more demonstration other than what Eliud Kipchoge did when it comes to breaking a record in a marathon? There's so many other, racers out there who could claim to be better than he is. Probably someone already has a natural disposition to be a better runner. But until you put that into practice, until you actually put the work, because when I listened to the documentary of, there was a mini feature or documentary for Eliud Kipchoge before he did the Ineos challenge. And what was the underlying message is that work, 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 work. He talked about the hours of practice, the number of days he trains, and so many other things that he does, dieting, taking care of his body. So there's a lot of work that goes into it. And in the same breath, when it comes to talent, you can be born maybe with a nice voice and that can sing, can do voiceovers, can do so many other things. But until you put it to the work, it's only those who actually put in the work that will be good at it. And that is why, as Talanta Institute, we sat down and thought, what do we do for talents who are out there, who have either, because of any natural disposition or who have trained themselves to that area, have realized that they have something that they can offer the world and that they can do to transform even their lives and for those around them. And that is how we developed two very good programs which have been in the works for the longest time. When I talk about the longest time, some of these programs have even been there for over 3 years in development. Why we take our time developing programs, and especially for those that are going to a large scale on a commercial level, is because we understand that we don't want to give the market anything that is half-baked. We want to do our due diligence, we want to make sure everything is in place. As I've talked about it now, we are raiding most of our new studios in town, so that's also going to be a very key component for what I'm about to talk about. And one of the products is Talanta Hub. Now, if you've been a follower for any of our pages, Talanta Hub is not something that is new to you. You may have heard the name, during the teaser period, during the period when it was being developed, you may have heard Talanta Hub. But what is Talanta Hub? Talanta Hub is your answer. Is the answer for you as a talent, or the answer for your friend who is a talent. You know that friend you keep nudging. You can sing, maybe you should do something, or wait until the day you are discovered. But the truth of the matter is you're not going to be discovered if you are just seated in your room, or you're just seated there with your talent. No one walks around and just stops people around. Hey, and I'm here to discover you. Show me anything that you can do. And that is why Talanta Hub exists. Now, Talanta Hub is a platform for the talent to be able to be packaged to enterprise. We are calling it's more a talent to enterprise program, or a talent to career program. So when I talk about Talanta Hub, it's not an academic program. So don't think I'm going to give you a timetable that this is school, this is what you need to do. But ideally, even if there was a timetable, school is changing. And we have demonstrated that as Talanta Institute. It's all different now. When it's school should be fun, especially if you enjoy what you're doing, because it's practical when we talk about learning. So what is Talanta Hub? Talanta Hub is a place for you as talents to be able to grow. And how do you grow? The first thing that you do as a talent after discovery is understand and plan your growth plan. Now listen, I'm not talking about your market plan. I'm talking about your growth plan. Because what do you do to elevate this talent and take it to the next level? It's not enough that you have a singing voice. You should be able to explore that voice and understand your capabilities and where it can go, what it can do and what it can't do, and how you can utilize that. At the same time, maybe you're a dancer. It's not enough that you can get moves fast enough, you can always come up with new moves, or you can dance, but how can you stretch that to the limit? Because yes, we are talking about no human is limited, but how can you stretch that to the limit? And that is where Talanta Hub exists. How will we grow this? One of the surest way to grow is by working on your skill and exercising and training that skill each and every day. And that is what Talanta Hub will do. Talanta Hub will give you a space that you're able to train, that you're able to grow, you're able to work with professionals in the market, you're able to work with other talents on your level, on a higher level, who are just starting out, because there's always something that we can learn from each other. So there's that point of growth. But even as you grow, even as you start to grow and achieve that growth, how else do you transition to the next level? And what is the next level really? The next level is to understand how do you package this talent into a brand. When you think about services and the services that we subscribe to, or the products that we buy, we would not be buying them or subscribing to those services if they were not packaged in a way that we would understand. Because you could have the best soap, but if you're not packaged it in a way that I can buy it as a product, then it's just a good soap sitting somewhere as formula. And that is why after you grow, then each and every person, each and every talent has a different journey when it comes to how you're packaged to become ready for the market. You could be a dancer and the other person would be a dancer, but the strategy or how you need to package both of you as dancers is different. And that is how we start to understand, now how do we package what it is that you have so that it's ready for the global market? That is where Talanta Hub comes in as well, because it's going to help you package what you have to be so unique to you, very ready for the market, because we have done market research, which we are also constantly doing, so we're able to understand how does this talent blend in to the market. So that's something that is very important for you. And once you do that, also you have to protect yourself. What are some of the legal aspects you need to understand? Sometimes some terms are thrown away. Oh, this is my brand, there is copyright, there is trademark. There's so many other things that are thrown around and you don't understand how you're able to protect yourself, how you don't become a slave to your talent. Because you could have a talent that requires you to constantly work. From day one of the year to the last day, you never even have time for breaks. But when you go to your bank account, you also have zero. So how do you make sure that you are able to work smart, not just work hard? You're able to work smart, you're able to protect yourself, take all the measures that every creative should take to protect themselves and their work, because your work is also the most important thing. You want to be able to make sure that you can earn from your work from this generation to the next generation, so each and every time. So that's also something that we're going to help you. We'll have several workshops that only members of the Talanta Hub will be able to enjoy, workshops and masterclasses from people, from professionals from all over the world in your area, in your respective areas of talent. and you'll be able to understand more and learn. And sometimes the best way to learn is from learning from those who have gone ahead of you. Now that's not where it stops. It doesn't stop from us growing your talent, discovering your talent, growing your talent, helping you package it and understand all the stipulations. There's also understanding the business element of your talent. How do you make talent a business? And how do you also avoid the question of, okay, fine, so you sing, so you dance, so you model, what else do you do? That question personally is very annoying. But the only way you're able to evade and escape that question is if you understand the business that is in your talent. Because in every talent, there's a business side to it. And oftentimes we'll read so many bad reports of, fraudulent managers who have defrauded their talents. We also read of so many people who've been swindled of their money after so many years of work. And most of it comes from not even understanding the business side of your talent. Because when you don't understand the business side of your talent, those who understand the business side of your talent could take advantage of your talent. So we will train you to understand the business side of your talent so that even as we conduct business, alongside you and help you frame what your talent is, then you also understand what is happening. You're not just waking up and having people do things for you, and then what they give you and tell you that's enough for you, you take that at face value. No, you need to understand what the business package is. And then the next phase that Talanta Hub will help you do is it's going to help you get into the market. Now, the first entry into the market will be the networking that you do with the professionals and the market during your point of training for entrepreneurship and during the growth stage for your talent. But at the same point, after all that, you will need to understand, how do I get into the market? Or if you've already got into the market, how do I make sure that I carve out a niche that is advantageous to me and that allows me to continue on this path of growth? That is what Talanta Hub will do for you. Now, we've talked about a few things that Talanta Hub will help you do. To help you grow, to help you expand, that is network. It will also help you package your brand and help you get into the market. When I talk about get into the market, is tap into the market away from your locale. Yes, you will tap into the market that is within your local area, but after that, how do you also tap into the global market? How do you make sure that you have bookings for what your talent can do all over the world? That is what Talanta Hub will help you do. It will help train, to help connect you in those avenues. Thank goodness that as Talanta Hub, we have so many MOUs with so many of the industry leaders and industry organizations and associations that govern all the areas of talent that we are holding ourselves in. In this first phase, when we talk about Talanta Hub, we are opening it up to all talents, all manner of talents. There is the performing talents. When we talk about performing talents, we have the musicians, we have the actors, we have the dancers, we have the directors, even the guys behind the scenes are talents. I know sometimes we don't think about, when it comes, for instance, to film, we don't think about guys behind the scenes as talents. But even as a director, as a producer, as a cinematographer, you need, as a script writer, you need to get into that pipeline where you treat that as a business. You do not have to necessarily be attached to a company or to a label if you're a musician, but you can understand how you're able to package yourself as a business and all the avenues that you can diversify when it comes from the talent that you have. That is what Talanta Hub will help you do. Now, I know most of you who are watching are starting to wonder, how do I join this Talanta Hub? It's very easy when it comes to joining Talanta Hub. First of all, Talanta Hub is a subscription-based model. What that means is that you make subscription to it, but we've made our subscription annual. And the annual subscription is so low that I know for every talent, when you know how much value the talent is going to get and also make out of it, you'd be willing to invest that. The entry point for Talanta Hub is 3,000. I'm talking about 3,000 per year. Let's take a moment to just think about that. 3,000 per year. I'm giving you a moment to even do the math. Try and divide that per month, per week, per day, per hour, and think about how much this is an opportunity for you to join a community of talents and be in a pipeline of somewhere that you're able to grow and thrive. And we already have, success stories from our alumni. So many that are happening. When we talk about the people who've gone through Talanta, and I'm inviting you to check out our YouTube page, that is Talanta TV, or even check out our video section on Facebook Watch. You'll be able to understand and see so many of our alumni giving their testimonials and stories. I can spend the whole day here listing them and telling you their achievements, but I think it's only better and fair that you listen from them, because they are the best people who can tell you their own stories on how they have succeeded. So be a part of joining the League of Champions and see how that works for you. That's what Talanta Hub has That's for you. So you might be asking yourself, fine, I've paid the subscription fee, but what does that mean for me? What it means for you other than the chance to grow. And some of these things when we talk about growth is going to be free because we are having workshops and master classes for all the members that are free on a very regular schedule basis. Then we're also helping you start to think and map out what your brand has to do, not just digitally, but on the ground. We don't want you to thrive digitally, alafu kwa grounds vitu ni different. No, no, no. We want to make sure that everything is going at the same rate. Everything is working very well. So what does it mean for you as Talanta Hub? There are those freebies that you're going to get, but then there are so many other things you're going to get at a very discounted and very subsidized price. Because of our MOUs, you get to enjoy getting equipment, for instance, at very discounted prices from some of our partners. For instance, right now, our partner in equipment is Cameras Africa, or you may know them as Universal Gift Center. They are on Kenyatta Avenue. If you have a Talanta Hub ID card, which we're going to be issuing to members only, you enjoy ridiculous discounts when it comes to equipment. And if you want to test that out, before you join Talanta Hub, go ask about the equipment that you want to acquire in any of these places. Not as a member, and find out the prices, keep a record, keep that. Once you join Talanta Hub and you have the identification, go back, get the same, for the same equipment, get the rates that you're going to get as a member and compare. And if there's no difference, just come talk to us and we'll be able to take care of the difference for you to get a subsidized rate on that. Not just on equipment, but also on several other market services out there. There's several market services out there you may want to get. Maybe you want to use studios. Maybe there's some permits that you need. You'll get them at subsidized rates if you're Talanta Hub, because you are in Talanta Hub, because we'll be helping you to do that. But that's not all. There's also the collective bargaining power that you gain as a creative. Oftentimes, most of the people want to take advantage of creatives because they don't understand the amount of work that goes into building what you have. Maybe the biggest example we have in our country right now is photographers. We have photographers who struggle so much, some of them even earning 1,000 shillings. It will take them so many jobs or so many gigs to get that. While others are making hundreds and thousands of shillings in minutes, because you've been able to value your talent. But when you're starting out, or when you're still at amateur level, or when you're still at intermediate level, your bargaining power is very low, because you're just starting out. You don't have that much to show. So Talanta Hub is going to give you a chance to work on a portfolio so that you have a lot to show, and your bargaining power is out there. Now that's not just it. If you feel you're having a challenge bargaining, or even taking your seat at the table of the big boys, the big boys, the big girls when it comes to all the professionals. If you're having a challenge taking your seat at the table, then Talanta Hub can also come in to negotiate business deals for you, to help you lock in deals, sometimes even deals for a very long term, so that you're able to keep on that trajectory of growth. We don't want you to be a one-hit wonder, where at a very short period you also have a very fast rising career, and then you tank and we don't know, which is what happens to most of our talents in the country, which is sad, very sad really. So if you want to join Talanta Hub and you want to understand more, we'll keep giving more information when it comes to Talanta Hub and what it entails. Kindly call the numbers that are scrolling down there. That is 0734 777778 or 0710 813131. Or if you are around Nairobi, because Talanta Hub, by the way, is open to everyone, not just the people around Nairobi, because we also have an online version and chapter for Talanta Hub. So if you're around, or if you can visit, then come to Ambank House at the CBD. That's along University Way, just next to University Towers, or opposite University of Nairobi. You'll be able to find us here. You'll be able to see the facilities, the amenities, the equipment, and everything that's at your disposal. You'll be able to understand the network base that we have and that we'll be opening up to you as Talanta Hub, and that makes more value to this. So again, also just like our academic programs, because of giving value and making sure that everyone gets the concentration, each and every program as we start, whether it's modeling, whether it's music, acrobatics, everything that you have in terms of talent, dance, we are going to lock it. We're going to lock it for a certain period after we get to a certain threshold. So again, if you want to book yourself and get into the platform, and the good thing is that for all the members joining in before the end of the year, if the prices for subscription or anything else is to go up, that will not affect you. So it's also imperative that if you really decided and you want to take your talent and career to the next level to become a career, that you join now or today, even as soon as you can, really. Now that's one program. I promised to talk to you about two programs. That's the program we've talked about for, you know, the talents who've either gone through some training somewhere and stopped, or it may be just amateur talents, or people who have discovered their talents on their own, self-taught talents, and any other person who believes that what they have as a talent is something that they can grow into an enterprise or a fully fledged career. Now that takes care of those people. Then the other biggest question has been, but I have a kid, or I'm young, I'm still in school, how do I take care of my talents? How do I make sure that I don't lose this talent? And when we think about it, all through schooling, like I remember there's back in high school, I loved dance, and I had started to do something about it. But then, I never really took it seriously, and today I'm one of the people with the most left feet. Mine go beyond 2 left feet. I'm the SI unit that people use for bad dancing. Maybe if I channeled that when I was in school, it would have been a career, who knows? Because even now I still love it. I mean, I can't do it. It doesn't stop me from doing it, but I still love it. So that also means for the young ones, sometimes you start discovering your talent when you're very young. Maybe you're a parent, maybe you have that neighbor who has children who are really talented, but they don't know what to do with them. And that is why we have holiday programs for our young ones. For instance, this time our holiday program starts from the 25th of November to 6th December. And we are starting with a focus on quite a few programs. We have photography, we have vocal coaching, we have modeling, we have dancing, we have singing. And for all of those talents, they'll also get to enjoy some common trainings in basic computer knowledge, basic digital marketing knowledge. We have a lot of life skills that we're going to be training, and entrepreneurship training as well. It's never too early to learn the business side of things. It's never too early to understand that whatever you have can be turned into a business. I mean, we have so many young talents who are making millions of dollars because they have been able to harness what it is that they have. So again, for the holiday program, we've already started booking, so we know we already have a lot of registrations that will be closing perhaps in a month from now. So it's also important, actually a month from now that will be closing. So it's important for you to check out what we have for the holiday program. That will also be happening at Ambank House. It will be a half-day program. That means it's going to be starting from 8 to 1 p.m. But we will open up the afternoons for those who want to do further practice other than trainings. It's a 2-week program, 25th November to 6th December. So it's not too early to book. Maybe even the people you're booking for are in high school, are already in school right now, they're in boarding school, so you're waiting for them to come on break. It's never too early to start thinking about and exploring the options of what are they going to be doing to develop themselves during their free time. So this program is open to everyone from the age of 12 going up. So preferably 12 to 20, that's where the age bracket is. That is from 25th November to 6th December. I know you're thinking that all those things I've mentioned are going to be happening in one class, but no. They're going to be different kind of trainings and focusing. And the beauty of it is that by the end of that program, you'll have a certificate of participation, but the certificate, as we always say, is not the most important thing. You will have a body of work to show. Everyone who is going to go through that program will live with something that they can show in their area of gifting and talent. That means if you're a photographer, you live with what is a portfolio. You live with a portfolio for what you have done during that period. If you're under the vocal coaching program, you live with some music demo or voice demos or something that you can show out there in the market. So I think there's limitless possibilities, there's endless opportunities. We can keep learning so many other things online, but then as long as you're not doing something to develop it and doing something tangible that can get you into the market, all you're doing is wasting your time. And that's why people will keep asking you the question of, when you tell them you're a talent or what you do, they'll keep asking you, what else do you do? You tell them you're a spoken word artist or performer, and then they'll ask you, what else do you do? Because they're not seeing the kind of value that they can attach to what you're doing. So add value to your talent today. Make your talent work for you, because that's the easiest way for you to attain success. I mean, talents are able to open for you doors faster than anything else can do. The people who actually even come into faster wealth are those who invest in their own talent than anything else. you become the one who employs everyone else. One talent can employ so many people around them because they need a manager, they need a publicist, they need an accountant, and so many other things. But then, as a talent, when do you also employ these people? That's also knowledge that's going to be important during the program. So thank you very much for joining me and understanding this journey. But I think as we go on, you need to understand and pick a journey that's for you. Whether it's the holiday program, whether it's the Talanta Hub, or any of the academic programs that we are doing at Talanta Institute. Until the next time that we're here on Champion Mindset, thank you very much and have a blessed time.